Which one do you want me to go to? This one?
Yeah,
or
maybe.
This one? Ciao bello, ciao bella. Corey Taylor here from Stone Sour and Slipknot, and you were watching Mario Vox.
Hello everyone, this is Joey Jordison with Slipknot and Scar the Martyr, and you're listening to Mario Vox.
Ciao a tutti, 6 anni fa ho intervistato Corey Taylor e Joey Jordison, all'epoca ancora batterista degli Slipknot, e oggi alla vigilia di Bologna Sonic Park ho pensato, anche avvalendomi di qualche filmatino di repertorio, di realizzare lo spaccato che segue sulla carriera degli Slipknot.
I started doing this when I was about 16, you know? And then Stone Sour was my first real band, my first like really serious band. I started doing that when I was about 19. And then, you know, so I mean it was a long road to kind of get from there to here, you know. So I've basically been doing it hardcore for about 20 years now.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it took a lot of time, it took a lot of practice, making mistakes and everything, and just to learn how I wanted to do it and get better at it, you know. And I think the thing that people forget these days is that you have to make mistakes so you can get better. People expect it to just be perfect right out of the gate, and it's not like that. You have to earn that perfection. So it takes time. It takes getting out there, practicing, playing bad shows, writing crappy songs, you know, to kind of find what you want to do from your soul, from your heart, you know. So I've been really lucky to, you know, have done a lot of legwork before I got the chance to kind of come out with Slipknot and Stone Sour. And, you know, it's been pretty good so far.
Corey Taylor. What do you remember about the first time you met him?
Oh, the first time I met him was when he was working at a porn store.
Yeah.
And their band, he was, you know, we needed a vocalist for our band. We were changing lineups. And I remember when we showed up, I remember that he was really nervous that me and Sean were there, because me and Sean never went out anywhere, and especially to over there to the south side, way out of the way, and in a porn store. So Corey is really nervous when we first showed up because he just didn't know what the fuck me and Sean were doing there. He was like really nervous, and then we just went up to him and say, "Hey, we'd like you to audition for our band." Corey is like, "That's it." he's like envisioning all these other reasons, because we were fucking crazy in the earlier days, man. Like we were at war with everyone. So Corey's like, why the hell are those two guys here? And you know, so Paul was with us too. Why the three of them here? And it was kind of funny just watching Corey because he was so nervous, but we needed him, you know. And I remember the first song he recorded was "Me Inside," and me and Sean were sitting there at SR Audio. He hit the chorus, and we both looked at each other and like, "That's the guy."
How did growing up in Iowa influence your music?
Stay the fuck out!
As far as our music goes, I can't speak for anyone else that was there, but as far as just all 9 of us go, I guess what you see right now, and like if you've heard any of the music or the music that you'll see also on your website here, is a product of pretty much a barren wasteland of, you know, of entertainment that goes on in Des Moines. And it's not necessarily entertainment either. It's a barren wasteland just for outlets. And when we were all in different bands prior to joining together, we, you know, we did a lot of work.
What the fuck's the matter?
Do you feel still insane?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I'm a little older, so I can kind of keep it in control a little better. But there's still moments where I know I could fly off the handle like that, you know. But that's the beauty of music, you know. I mean, with music, you can give weight to that passion, to that mentality, and you can control it a little more.
He hasn't changed at all. He's still that guy, man. Just a ball of energy.
Do you remember Gods of Metal 2000?
Gods of Metal 2000.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, because we wore the white coveralls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Before Slayer.
Before Slayer, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? We thought that show was really weird because Methods of Mayhem was on it too. Am I right?
You remember good.
Then the bottle shower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Methods in Mayhem.
Tell what do you remember?
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
E vale la pena fare una piccola digressione. Tommy Lee, batterista dei Motley Crue, rockstar, si trovava in carcere per aver tristemente malmenato la compagna Pamela Anderson, e durante questo periodo di detenzione fa frequenti telefonate al suo socio, quello con cui appunto andrà a fondare i Methods of Mayhem, e in queste telefonate gli invia i testi delle canzoni che andranno a comporre il loro disco che li porterà in tour che arriverà in Italia in quella fatidica domenica 11 giugno del 2000. Purtroppo però la band era autrice di una sorta di metal rap non meglio identificabile, che non andò assolutamente giù al pubblico metal italiano, che all'epoca era molto esigente e molto purista. Quindi voi per questo, ma voi soprattutto per l'eccessiva spocchia con cui Tommy Lee e soci si presentarono sul palco, ne scaturì un lancio molto fitto di oggetti che includeva delle pericolosissime bottiglie di vetro, motivo per cui la band fu costretta ad abbandonare il palco in quel giorno che viene ricordato come il giorno in cui il cielo si oscurò.
Everyone in that fucking crowd found whatever they could, any bottles possible, and bottled the fuck out of this band. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Our first time seeing anything like that, and felt so bad for them because they're, you know, they shouldn't have probably been on that festival or booked them. You know, like, who knows what words they had with their management after that. But it was crazy. So we thought we were fucked, you know, because, you know, they're obviously waiting for Slayer. But we went on, and we were fine.
Do you remember Gods of Metal 2000?
I do. That was where Methods of Mayhem got bottled, like really bad bottled. We got kind of bottled because we were on right before Slayer, but it was like our first big show in Italy, and about halfway through our set, the audience just kind of came around to us, which was really cool, you know. And that's kind of a sign of what we have tried to do is just earn it, you know. I mean, we don't expect anything. We wanted to earn the fans. We wanted to earn that respect, and I think we did that night.
It's true that you tended to hate each other during the first tour.
Well, yeah. Well, when you tour with guys that long, you know, after 18 months, you know, you do need a break.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, we didn't take a break. We went right into Iowa. We went right into writing the Iowa record, and we went right in the studio again, which was great. And the record turned out. It's my favorite record still. Is the second one. Is Iowa. But the tensions on the tour cycle for Iowa cut the tour short, you know, and then we took a while and did, that's when we did, you know, the Murder Dolls, and that's what Stone Sour started, and then when we came back at Volume 3, the Rick Rubin album, that's when I think we really, the Slipknot, you know, where we started getting along as a unit. And then it's been like that, and we're keeping closer and closer, even if it's 15 years later. So right now the band is really close with all the shows that we're playing right now. So it's cool.
Which is the biggest mistake you made?
Ooh, definitely drinking before shows. There are a handful of shows where it was not good. It was pretty bombed and singing like crap and just being an asshole, and I mean. And I'm just not that guy. I like going on stage and feeling it and being, like, not in control, but just being loose with it, you know. And if you drink, not only does it affect your voice, but it affects your performance, you know. And for me, the audience is the biggest reason to be doing this, you know. And if you're in a live setting, you can't give your best, then it's not fair to them. So that's probably the worst mistake I ever made was, you know, a handful of times getting drunk before a show and not being able to give my absolute best. So I quit doing that.
But now we are here to say to all the metal kids that stop drinking is possible.
Well, you got it. Well, I mean, the only way to know not to drink is to drink, you know. So, I mean, kids are going to drink whether you tell them to or not, you know. But the thing that I would say is when it feels like it's time to stop, stop. Don't go past that point, because once you do, it's not fun anymore. It's harmful. It's a sickness. So, you know, you just got to learn on your own, you know. I stopped because I wanted to, and that should be the reason that, you know, people do it.
You fall in a kind of state of trance before going on stage.
Yeah. There's a whole mindset that goes into getting ready for a Slipknot show, and I still do it to this time. I mean, to this day. That
Even without alcohol, it's possible to.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's about kind of drawing on all the things that you've written about, all the things that you've gone through in your life, and just trying to get it all encapsulated in one little second, and so you can kind of load that in your head and just be able to go completely fucking insane, basically. And it takes me, it's a little quicker these days, but it's about controlling it. You know what I'm saying? It's about controlling that chaos in yourself so you can unleash it once you hit that stage. I mean, that's what that moment of like quiet and just that trance is all about. It's just about drawing on that energy so you can just throw it out like that.
About an hour before we go on stage, that's when it all changes, usually. We're pretty calm people during the day and like hanging out and talking with people, but you know, closer it gets to showtime, you can kind of see the transformation. And closer we get, we start losing ourselves in the overall feeling of getting to go on stage. And about 20 minutes before we go on stage, it's almost like we don't recognize anything but us nine and the crowd.
You are the best drummer in the last fucking 25 years.
Well, yeah. I can't say that though. You know, it's like, am I? I don't know. But the fact that I was nominated that and is mind blowing. And all I have to do, all I have to say about it is I have to thank my fans.
Do you know any drummer which could be better than you right now between the young drummers?
Yeah, it's the guy that you don't know of. You know, it's the kid that's in his basement or in his bedroom or whatever. Basically, just a maniac and like honing in on something that we haven't heard yet.
When you started having the number one?
What, my number?
Yeah.
That was basically the fact of my position in the band, the drums, the foundation. The first instrument to go down on tape, keeps the band together. It's just like concrete, just like the floor. First thing down, and then it builds from there. That's what Paul was too. So we're the rhythm section.
How did you decide to play now, moving drums?
That was actually, believe it or not, that wasn't my idea. That was I got called down to the Slipknot warehouse and up in Minneapolis at the time, where we had a lot of our hydraulics and our moving drum sets being made for the first time. And Sean had been working with the guy that was making all this stuff, and he's like, wait till you see what we got for you. And I'm like, okay. I didn't expect much, but I didn't know I was going to do all that. And I remember the first time getting in the chair and going all the way up and tilting forward. I was like, if I was like this, I got about right down to there. I'm like, take me back up. That band is because at that time I only had a 5-point harness.
Yeah.
So if I barely clicked, the strap, I'd fall right to the floor. So I'm like, before we even try this, get me like a toe belt. So the toe belt, I had the 5-point harness like an Indy 500, like race car seat. And then so I'm like, we got like a toe belt. There's like a belt like this big that just straps around me, pulls through, and it clamps down. It's like a tow chain that you dig cars out of, just to make sure I'm not going anywhere. So then it was not so frightening.
I felt a bit of fear when I saw you the first time playing drums in that way.
Yeah, I mean, as many times as I've done it, it's still scary.
It's kind of roller coaster.
Yeah, but a roller coaster goes like this. This goes like that.
And you have to play at the same time.
Yeah. And I'm playing, keeping the band on time during it. Because we do it at the end of the show now, during surfacing. Mm-hmm. And so I'm still playing the song at the same time.
E il successo degli Slipknot andrà a crescere, va detto, con grande merito, anno dopo anno, ma soprattutto album dopo album. Parliamo di volume 3, il terzo album, The Subliminal Verses dell'anno 2004, e di All Hope Is Gone del 2008. qualcosa purtroppo andrà ad impattare di lì a poco non solo sulla coscienza di tutti i fans, ma anche sulla vita privata e artistica dell'intera band. Siamo nel 2010 in Iowa, in una stanza d'albergo, e il 24 di maggio, quando viene rinvenuto il corpo senza vita del bassista, nonché miglior amico e cofondatore degli Slipknot. Si chiamava Paul Gray.
Thank you all for taking the time and being here with us. We'll make a few brief statements. Yesterday we lost our brother. It's taken us a while to kind of get back to where we're okay, you know? I mean, it really kind of knocked the shit out of us when we lost Paul. So, you know, the first handful of shows that we did without him were really difficult, you know? But slowly but surely, we've still slowly kind of pulled ourselves together as a family again, you know? We've encouraged each other to get healthier, to get better, you know, and we're finally getting to the point now that after we do, we're only doing 4 shows in Europe, but after we do these shows, we're going to start working on new material for a new album. So it's finally starting to feel okay, you know, and we're all feeling really positive about it, but we also know that it's going to be dark as shit, like it's going to be fucked up, crazy stuff. So we just kind of have to prepare ourselves for that fact, you know, that we're going to let out a lot of emotions that we've been holding on to for a while because we've been waiting for the right moment to do it, and this seems like the right moment.
First show you made without Paul in Sonisphere, people
Yes.
cried.
Yeah, we were crying. The first show that we played without him was in Greece on Sonisphere, and it was so heavy, like emotionally, that the first half of that show felt like I was playing underwater. Like, I mean, I could barely move. It just felt really hard to get through it, you know. But slowly but surely, the audience, their passion and their love, it just kind of swelled up onto us. And it slowly made us realize that this isn't a bad thing. This is about a celebration of what we were able to make with Paul, you know. And that kind of lifted that heaviness. It lifted that kind of like that dead blanket that was on top of us to where we could experience it again and do it for him and do it for his memory, you know. And yeah, I mean, the shows we did in Italy, the shows we did in just all over Europe were some of the heaviest we'd ever done. But because we were able to do that, it gave us hope that there was a future for Slipknot. And now, next year, we're going to try and get a new album out.
You know, we lost a main band member.
Yeah.
You know, one of our best friends and songwriter. So to not completely deliver the heaviest album that we've done to date, that would be disrespecting the value of the band and the intensity of all of us as individuals, collectively as Slipknot.
I'm not leaving.
I love her.
Run away before I know. My heart is just too dark to care. I can't destroy what isn't there. Deliver me into my fate. If I'm alone, I cannot hate. I don't deserve to have you. My smile was taken long ago.
You feel ready to start again?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready now. You know, like the grieving process is over. We've come. That's why we're doing these shows. It's like, it's a good step in the right direction for Slipknot and in our future. So, and the fact that we're all writing right now, you know, towards the next record, that's what I can give you right now, is that there is material.
Everything you do is like gold.
Well, it's okay.
Why?
It's well, I put everything into it.
This is the second band with you got a lot of successful? How is it possible?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's just dedication to the music, going out, working your ass off. You know, I mean, that's what it comes down to. And luckily, these 2 albums have been very successful for us, which is great because it was a lot of work put up into them. You know, you gonna put them together?
Yeah. House of Gold and Bones parts 1 and 2.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, somebody put some fucking pop-up inside the digipack, and I would like to know if you watched the YouTube tutorial.
Yes.
Because I didn't understand.
The best way to do this is, well, on a harder surface. But if you do it like this, the best way to do it is to start with the floor.
Great, fucking great. Amazing.
Yeah, well.
Thanks a lot, Corey.
No.
After the great successful which Corey Taylor got with the Stone Sour project, how do you feel when you have to promote another project of you?
Well, I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't 100% behind it.
Yeah.
I did this because I had so much material, and you know, we weren't doing another Slipknot record for a while yet, and I started writing it. And I just took all my stuff up to the studio, same studio we did All Hope Is Gone, and I just started writing like a maniac. I just started every day. I'd be up and just write, and I was in the studio, so I was like writing and recording at the same time, and I just ended up with all this material. I'm like, I should just make a whole new project out of it. And that's when I started looking for a singer and landed upon Henry Derrick.
I've never approached music from the standpoint of it's not something. It's a lot of bands approach music as a way to make money, or they approach it as a way to sell themselves, instead of approaching the music as what it is that expression, And for me, that's never changed, I mean, for me, making music is still the same reason I wanted to make music since I was 13. So I guess, I don't know, maybe the fans embrace it a little more. I mean, I don't consider myself better than anybody else when it comes to writing music. I watch people like AC/DC, I watch people like Iron Maiden, I watch people like Metallica, they still do it. And they do it because they want to, I mean, there's no impending reason for these bands to make new albums, I mean, they could tour for the rest of their lives just on their back catalog, but they continue to make new music because they love to do it, and that's where I come from. I don't want to be the band that doesn't, they just kind of go and do the greatest hits tour, I mean, that to me is boring. That means you're basically kind of giving up. For me, it's about what's next, what's new, what's the next challenge, what's the next new form of style that I'm going to try, or how can I incorporate that into the type of music that I make.
And the next important challenges will be with Slipknot or with Stone Sour?
I would be with Slipknot, definitely. I've already written probably about 4 songs. I know Joey's written a lot of stuff. Clown is always writing stuff. So I think between all of us, we'll be able to really put together an amazing album, because with Slipknot, I mean, it's the same approach. I mean, we will never do anything just because we can. We do it because we love it, and we do it because we want to try something new.
E come si suole dire in questi casi, tutto il resto è storia. Basti pensare che di lì a poco Joey Jordison verrà licenziato dalla band. Sul fatto esistono 2 versioni differenti, quella degli Slipknot che dicono che Jordison era troppo dedito agli Scarve Martyr al punto da non aver partecipato alla stesura dei brani che poi avrebbero composto l'album successivo del 2014 intitolato The Great Chapter. Quindi parliamo di un disco che sicuramente Jordison non avrebbe mai e poi mai voluto scrivere, considerando legame molto stretto che il batterista aveva con Paul Gray. E l'altra versione invece è quella di Jordison, che effettivamente si è presentato negli uffici della Warner dove si è tenuta l'intervista che avete appena visto, molto claudicante. Ebbene, Jordison rivelerà successivamente di essere stato colpito da una malattia neurodegenerativa che ne avrebbe compromesso la capacità motoria e quindi anche quella di suonare. E Jordison ha affrontato un lunghissimo periodo di riabilitazione e si dice pronto a tornare con la band, cosa che tutti noi ci auguriamo prima o poi accada. Non è stato l'unico avvicendamento nelle file della band. Ricordiamo che a marzo, quindi pochissimi mesi fa, Chris Fenn, storico percussionista e corista, è stato allontanato per circostanze che non vogliamo e non dobbiamo assolutamente commentare. E tutto questo per arrivare poi ad oggi. Ricordiamo, sta per uscire un nuovo attesissimo disco previsto per il 9 di agosto intitolato We Are Not Your Kind.
Okay, we finished Corey.
Oh, right on.
Thanks for being with us.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for being.
And I hope to see you soon.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot.
No worries, man.